Hey, and welcome back to Precision Rifle Network. My name is Jared, and today I have the brand new Frankford Arsenal F10 single stage press. I'm going to go over the pros, cons, my initial thoughts, first impressions, all the good stuff. We'll just kick it off with some of the pros here. One of my favorite things is Frankford Arsenal offers this feature called what they're calling the no mess primer catch. And essentially all it is instead of the primers coming out of the ram and getting kicked off above the press, they actually travel straight down the ram and come out of the bottom into a canister. It's all fully contained. There's no way for the primers to kick out and fall onto the floor. And anybody who's reloaded for any amount of time knows that the spent primers love to find their way onto the floor. It's a huge pain in the butt. So this system being fully captured like that is really brilliant. One of the coolest features of any press that I've seen in a long time. Really big fan. The second thing I wanted to point out, one of the big pros about this press, is that it's got a built-in LED light. I know a lot of people really appreciate having lights on their press to do pattern checks and things of that nature. The fact that Frankford Arsenal included it on the press, especially for the street price of $130, I think that that's a big win again. I mean, Frankford Arsenal is really putting a lot of features into this, and it's really, really cool. I really like what they're doing. The third thing I wanted to point out that's pretty innovative is the press rides on ball bearings. So the ram, instead of being metal on metal contact, actually has captured ball bearings in there that will, according to Frankford Arsenal, help with the longevity of the press. And I don't know if that's necessarily a problem that needs to be fixed, but really cool that they're throwing all that in there and doing something new and different and not just regurgitating the same thing over and over again like a lot of the other companies have been. The kind of last thing is just basic overall layout of the press. It's built really well. The form factor and how it sits on the bench works really well. It's really smart how they have it set up. It feels like you have a lot of room to get the cases in and out and to be able to do everything that you need. It's really built well. I don't know what else to say about it. It works, just flat works. I mean, with presses, it's pretty straightforward. You kind of get what you get. There's not a ton of cons, but I'll kind of touch on some of the things that I've noticed. One of the things, and it's kind of directly correlated with some of the pros, is that the ball bearings aren't necessarily buttery smooth, and they are audibly louder than I expected. Not a big deal, just something to be aware of. I mean, it is a $130 press, so you kind of got to set your expectations. Just wanted to make sure to mention it. The press also doesn't come with the cable for the LED light. It is a micro USB cable, not the end of the world. I'm sure most people have extras of those laying around. Again, just want to make sure to put that out there because I know some people do it really aggravates some people not to have everything that they need inside the box. The last thing is kind of a more of a actual con would be it doesn't have a priming system. There's no way to set up this press to do primers. There's no attachments. There's no nothing listed on the website saying that it's an option or will be an option. So I'm just going to assume at this point in spring of 2023 that this is not going to be able to be used for priming cases. To me, not a big deal. I think a lot of people now use standalone priming systems anyways, but I know that there are still a lot of people as well who also use other presses to prime. So if you pick this up and you don't have another way to prime, then you're going to have to consider that because you're going to need it. Outside of that, I mean, not much really on the con side. It's just, like I said, a really well built press, and Frankford Arsenal, I think, really hit it out of the park for the price. I believe that this is going to be something that is a really good option for new reloaders. Not just that, I think that this is something that would work really well as a backup or secondary press, travel press for those who travel to matches, maybe do bench rest or F-class things. And honestly, I think that this punches above its weight class, and some of these features that it offers for the price would make me want to use it over my RCBS rock chucker. So I think that this is also a very valid option as a main press. Well, that's everything I got on the Frankford Arsenal F1. Love to hear your thoughts down below. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Whether this is something that you would be willing to try out even, or whether it be a backup, secondary, main press, what you're currently using, if you would replace it for this F1 press. Whatever your thoughts are, just throw them down there. I'd love to hear them. Leave a like, share, subscribe, do all those good things, and we'll see you next time here at Precision Rifle Network.